nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we analyze our experiences, we come to know that we are biased in understanding our experiences. See, if we change our standpoint, all our experiences will change. But we are so obsessed with our standpoint, and because of that, we suffer. For example, same Bhagavad Gita that we are studying, Bhagavad Gita Yoga, we are studying, Gita Yoga. So Arjuna's standpoint was that I am somebody's grandson, I am somebody's disciple, and therefore how can I kill somebody who is my grandfather and my my guru? How can I kill them? So his standpoint was right. See, naturally, killing the grandfather and guru is a sin, no doubt about it. But then, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna did not agree to his proposition, so do we think that he was wrong? See, now to understand this standpoint of life, let us take one or two examples. There was a child, maybe about 4 years, and at night he got up, he has to go to shushu, to go to bathroom. So he is afraid, so he wakes up his mom. Mom, I had to go to bathroom, please wake up, take me to the bathroom. And she becomes angry and takes him there. Keeps talking. Then he finishes that and comes and sleeps. Now why the child was doing this? Because he was afraid he has to go from the bedroom to the bathroom. So from one room to another room. But what was the understanding of the mother? Both of them, whether it is a bedroom or a bathroom, they are under the same roof. Therefore she was not afraid. Now what is the standpoint? The child thought, I am going from one room to another room and therefore I am afraid. But for the mother, one room, other room, they are not separate, they are one and the same. If this example is clear, now come to our standpoint and the standpoint of the Lord. See, whole attitude of life will change. Our standpoint is, if I die, I will leave this body, then I will go to another body, and therefore we cry. Bhagavan doesn't cry. He is seeing it every day. Because from his point of view, it is something like taking out the pounds from right pocket and putting them in your own left pocket. See? From the Lord's point of view, whether we are in the human body or we are in the donkey body, both houses are his. See, friends, therefore it is necessary for us to re-evaluate our standpoint from which we are going through the experiences of our life. See. Take another example. And in this example, you will see that nobody is wrong in this world. Nobody is wrong. We are all the expressions of the Sadvastu. Nobody is wrong. Everybody is right. And what is required is change our standpoint. See? Take an example. You know, our Rajiv Gandhi was killed in Tamil Nadu by some lady by the human bomb. Now imagine, both of them are in front of you, alive, and Rajiv Gandhi will give his standpoint. What she has done was wrong. And he will prove it perfectly well. See? Then you ask to that lady, she will also put her argument in such a manner, whatever she has done was perfectly right. Because from our standpoint, things are different. And we get obsessed with our standpoint. So what is the real yoga? The real yoga is change your standpoint. See? Now what is the change in standpoint for us? I was talking to Prakash before coming. See, if you listen to the same music, if you listen to the same talk 3-4 times, every time you will have a different experience. See? This is what happens with the music particularly. Sometimes you like some particular piece so much, then you want to repeat it. Second time it is not that wonderful as it was for the first time. Now these are the experiences we have to record and understand and learn from them. See, this you go and sit in the last seat. This tall fellow, sit in the last seat. This one, you Mr. Italian, go there. He's okay now. Because he was like a wall before the shrub behind. And she was struggling how to look and how to hear. See? So, when we understand this principle, that whatever experiences we have, those experiences are based on the quality of our mind at the time of going through the experience. See? Now take another example. This point should be clear. Then I will come to the what is meant by yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. See? There was a man and I was staying with him. In Bombay it happened. A good friend of mine. And we were going for some work. And he has a beautiful, sweet little daughter, maybe about 7 years or so. I like chaos. I don't like peace. When you like chaos, you can never be miserable. See? So, I thought, when we come home, there should be some chaos, then there is fun. See? So, what I did, I told his daughter, I said, hey, we are going out. Don't you tell your father to get you something like chocolate or something when he comes home? Of course I can tell. I said, tell them. She told, Dad, you have to get nice chocolates for me, okay, when you come back. He said, okay, darling, I'll get for you. And we finish our whole day.
Somebody is blocking the car. So
Not car.
Which car?
It's a black B1
Black.
or BID.
Big one? Big one, yes. People carrier. Yes.
We go by car and the ego goes by ahankar.
I'm a simple son.
It's okay. So, she said, okay, Dad, get me nice chocolate in the evening when you come back. We came back home and I knew whole day he did not buy any chocolate. So, my whole program was getting failed. So, I went and reminded her, hey, go and ask Dad, you got chocolate for you. She went, Dad, my chocolates, Oh dear, I forgot about it. Then I expected a bomb blast. But nothing happened. She coolly went to her room. And I was an utter failure. My very fun has gone. Then I asked her, I said, hey, your dad didn't bring chocolate for you. Didn't you feel bad? She said, no, Swamiji. If he brings, it is a surprise. When he doesn't bring, I know about it. See her standpoint. Once we understand this, that this whole world can give us happiness or misery depending on the quality of our mind. See? And the quality of our mind and the interaction by our mind depends on the standpoint that we take in life. Arjuna's standpoint was, I am related to somebody. So his question was, how can I kill my grandfather and my guru? Katham bhishmamaham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pujarha varisudana. Hey Madhusudana, the killer of the demon Madhu, Arisudana, the killer of the enemies, you want me to kill my guru and my grandfather, and thereafter I will be named as Guru Sudana, who has killed his guru. See how simple it is. When all this thing was said, Bhagavan Krishna was quiet, because his standpoint was, see, Mayi eva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pradishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmeham. Bhagavan knew everything is coming out of me, everything is existing in me, everything goes back in me. When a small hut or hutment is destroyed, nothing happens to the space. And when in the same broken hutment place, a huge building is built, nothing is added to the space. From the space's point of view, nothing is added, nothing is subtracted. Infinite plus minus anything continues to be infinite. This standpoint, once we change, then you will see the quality of our life changes. But we are lost in the relative standpoint. So Arjuna's standpoint was, how can I kill my guru and my grandfather? What this means? If it is your guru and your grandfather, I have no problem. The whole samsara is this. Mai arumora toratai maya. I versus you. See, friends. Therefore, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells in this through Bhagavad Gita, change your standpoint in life. Then you will see nobody is wrong, everything is perfectly happening. See? One gentleman in Rishikesh asked me this question. Swamiji, why this world is so bad? It is so terrible. I said, then what can I do? I have not created the world. But why the world is so horrible today? Then I asked him, do you think the world was not like this earlier? I don't think. Wonderful. Do you think world will not be like this later? I don't think. What worse could be than today? Then I asked him, earlier you were there? No, I was not there. You will be there later? No, I won't be there. Now the world is horrible because you are there. Change yourself. Yoga, according to Bhagavad Gita, is change your standpoint and everything is sorted out. See? Then how to change your standpoint? Look at the world like in the science of devotion. They say, look at the world as the God is looking at us. See? Now another standpoint, example. This should be clear in our mind. Then you will really get the meaning of yoga. Otherwise only twisting the body becomes the yoga and not straightening the mind. Bhagavan Patanjali Maharshi tells very clearly, Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. We have to come back to our essential self, and from that standpoint, you look at the world. The world is most beautiful. See, there is nothing wrong in this world. So, if we have decided to change ourselves, then the first step is change the standpoint. And this is what Bhagwan's standpoint was. See? And what was his standpoint? Again, one more example. This should be clear. Once I was sitting on a tree. Don't ask me whether I had a tail that time or no tail. I was sitting on a tree. It was a very hot day. So, enjoying the cool place up there. And it was getting evening. And there was one person standing below the tree. And he was so frustrated. No transport. I had to go home. It is getting dark. Oh God, please send some vehicle. I heard that. And then I did Akashvani. See, All India Radio, I did Akashvani. My dear child, don't worry. Within an hour or so, a bullock cart will come. The person who is driving the bullock cart, he will have a green turban on his head. And there will be two bullocks. And there will be a lot of grass on that. When it comes, you ask him, he will give you a lift and go home. So he was doing the bhajan. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. After 1 hour, a bullock cart came. And he boarded here and went to his village. Do you think he will keep quiet? You know what happened? I was there and I was worried how to go. And then I prayed to the Lord and I heard Akashvani, All India Radio. This is what is going to happen. And you know, it happened. I came with that. So on that tree, there is some God sitting. Next day, they came. I was sitting there. And they saw I am sitting there. They pulled me down and Bhagwan has come. See. And tabla, peti, everything was given. Now come to the meaning of the story. Don't go into the validity. I bluff. One of my talks, when I said this happened in Delhi, I am a bluff master. So that lady who came, she became so emotional. Swami, don't say like that. You taught us so much and you say you are bluffing. I said, I can prove I bluff. How? Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. Bhagwan is that about which you cannot talk anything. He is beyond the scope of speech and mind. So whatever you talk about Bhagwan, it is a bluff. And this world is an illusion. Whatever you talk about illusion is a bluff. Suppose I tell you, the other day I was coming and there was a lot of mirage waters on the way. I collected in a bottle and I drenched it. It was so cooling. It's a bluff. Because you cannot collect the mirage waters. Therefore, whatever you talk is a bluff. In Hindi, it is said, when you take a spoon and with the food or whatever, put in your mouth and take it out. We call it jhuta ho gaya. Jhuta means what? Anything which touches your tongue is jhoot. See, friends. How simple it is. Therefore, what is spiritual practice? Keep your mouth shut. You are with the truth. See? Now let us come to the story. The man who was below the tree, his radius of perception was, let us say, 100 meters or 100 more than that. Little. He can see only that much. When I was on the top of the tree, my radius of perception was more. Is it not? Now, what was the present tense for the man below the tree? Understand? and what was the present tense for the man on the tree. Both are present tenses. Understand this point, very subtle. Then similarly, what was the future tense for the man below the tree and what was the future tense for the man on the tree? Now see the change what happens. What was considered as the future tense for the man below the tree, that the vehicle will come after 1 hour, that was known to me on the top of the tree in the present, because the horizon has increased, is it not? Now find out, where are we sitting? We are sitting below the tree or on the tree? Sitting below the tree means living as the body, for the body, on everybody. See, until such time, we carry the burden of body identification. Till that time, we will be leading a life below the tree. Then all our life is only around the body, and we are carrying the burden of this body identification. See, now in one place, in an ashram, there were many Westerners, and I was talking on Shiva Sutra. I was talking on Shiva Sutra, and there I mentioned some light jokes wherein I was telling, see, a man is happy when he is not married. When I said like this, after my talk was over, one lady came. You are biased against the ladies. Why you should say like that? I said, I am sorry. I extend 100 apologies to you. Sorry. See? So much body identification. If we don't understand even the jokes, and they are also the gender oriented. Therefore, all our life is lived with body identification. Then my mother, my father, my husband, my wife, my children, my society, my country, my religion, and we are leading in a small cocoon. And therefore we suffer. Not only we suffer, but we are carrying the burden of this. And whenever we carry any burden, we suffer. See? I'll tell you 2-3 burdens which are to be unburdened according to Bhagavad Gita Yoga. First burden is the body identification. Therefore, we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. And whatever you may do, the body has to perish one day. If you accept it gracefully, you are happy. But normally, what for the yoga is done by most of the people? Only to extend the life. Extension of the longevity is not the purpose of yoga. See, the purpose of yoga is tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. We must discover our divine nature. It is for this purpose Bhagavad Gita tells the yoga. And so also Patanjali Maharshi. But somehow we get lost in this thing. See, many times they are doing meditation. Meditation for health, meditation for peace of mind. See, it is something like your or meditation for longevity. What will you do by living long? Think. On one truck in India is a land of wisdom. So on the truck behind it was written, may you live long and may your grandchildren torture you. What will you do living long? Now just think. One person lived for 20 years, other 40 years, third 80 years, fourth 125 years, fifth person lived for 500 years. All of them have childhood the same length. The childhood of a person who died at the age of 20 was, let us say, 5 years or 7 years. A person who died at the age of 80, for him also the childhood was the same, 5 to 7 years. A person who lived for 200 years, for him also, the childhood is only 5 to 7 years. And the real life is enjoyed as a child. But we are all the time worried. Yoga for long life. One person, a victim of our Ramdev Baba, he was doing lot of yoga and pranayam, yoga and pranayam, yoga and pranayam. And therefore he lived for 125 years. After that also we have to die. So he died. Because he did yoga, he went to the heavens. And when he went to heaven, he saw they are all apsaras. You know, in our Hindi language, the government officers are called as apsar. So he saw all apsaras, most beautiful girls over there. And then he was regretting, oh God, why did I delay? I should have come earlier. See, friends, long life cannot be the goal of life. लंबा हुआ तो क्या हुआ, जैसे पेड़ खजूरा, छाया नहीं पथिक को, फल लागे अति दूरा. What will we do by living long life? Be attentive. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita tells us that we are, as human beings, the only project that we have to entertain is this. As stones and bricks, we were inert. We were evolution. Then we became plants. We were evolving. Then we became animals. Then we were evolving. We became human beings. After having evolved to the status of human being, hereafter the evolution can be only spiritual, not physical evolution. See, the plants eat from below, grow upwards. Animals eat from the front, grow backwards. Human beings eat from above, grow downwards and sidewards. See? Now hereafter, what next? So after having born as a human being, the only purpose of our life is spiritual evolution. And what is spiritual evolution? Is we must be an instrument through which the divine can express. That's the only purpose of our life. This is Bhagavad Gita Yoga. Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. See, and once we are clear about it, then we'll start working on it. Now take for example, this mic is between you and me. This mic is between you and me only because it is a fit instrument and it does not make its own noise. You must have seen sometime these mics make their own noise. Sometimes they have the electronic onkar, Sometimes the mics have a lot of throat trouble, See? So what do we do with such a mic? Throw it away. It's not a fit mic to communicate. In the same manner, we have no purpose of our life. He has the purpose. He knows what for we are created. The mic has no purpose. The wielder of the mic, who is holding the mic, he has a purpose to communicate. In the same manner, we are all the mics created by him. Mic means the karya of Maya. Maya ka karya, mic. So we have no purpose. Then what we have to do? We have to remain a fit instrument. See, friends. About this, one young engineer asked me this question in some management conference. After the management talk was over, then he said, although this is not the topic that you have discussed with us, but because you are a Swami, we want to ask you. I said, what is you want to ask? His question was that what is the purpose of our life? I said, are you married? He said, no, I am not married. My face is like that. You know, these Westerners in USA, one American asked me this question. Why these Indian girls, ladies, they put the .com on their forehead? What is the reason? I said it is an indication that she is already booked. Your chance has gone. She is married. Oh, it is like that? I said, yes, it is like that. But then the gents don't have anything on their forehead. I said, it's not required. From their face you can know he is married. No special sign is required. See? So when we are living in this, what is the purpose of our life? Remember this, I told that boy. I'll tell you an example. Then I asked him, tell me what kind of engineer you are. Are you a softie? Software engineer? He said, no. Then I said, are you a cement and bricks civil engineer? He said, no. Then I said, are you a screwdriver, mechanical engineer? He said, yes. Very good. I'll talk in a language what you understand. I will not bring the scriptural statements which will confuse you. Then I told him, there was a box. In that box there are 3 screwdrivers. And I wanted to tighten the screw up something, not somebody, but something. So I took the first screwdriver and tried to fix in the niche and move. But the head of the screwdriver was so slipping, it was oblique, it was not straight. So what will I do with the screwdriver? Throw it away. Then I took the second screwdriver and head fixed in the niche properly. But when I was moving the screwdriver, only the handle will move, the head will not move. Like, come on, throw it away. I took the third one and it acted perfectly well. Now tell me, out of these 3, which I will select? The fit instrument, is it not? If this example is clear, our purpose is 0. Purpose is His. See? And to be used by Him, what is required is, we should be a fit instrument. Fit physically, fit mentally, fit psychologically, fit intellectually, and fit spiritually. Yoga, according to Bhagavad Gita, is remain as a fit instrument so that the divine can express through us. See, friends, this is what Bhagavad Gita Yoga tells. See, there are many things told that the Ashtanga Yoga, as it is told, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Now, in 8 of them, what is the purpose of all of that? Is it twisting the body? See, normally we jump directly to the asana. But asana is the 3rd step. See, I was in one university giving my talks. So when I was going to the lecture hall, some student came running. He saw I am going, so he wanted to go before me to the class. Therefore, a young child, maybe in about 18 or 20 years, he started skipping the steps. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he was jumping 3, 4, like that. And in the last step, he slipped and fell down and came all the way down. There is no shortcut on the spiritual path. You have to go step by step. So first is Yamasadhana, wherein we are not a problem for the world and world is not taken as a problem. See, this only we have to recognize, nothing to do. That is our essential nature. See, then second thing, Niyam Sadhana, we are not a problem to ourselves. If you watch within yourself sincerely, as much we are a problem for ourselves, there is nobody who troubles us. We suffer maximum in this world because of ourselves, not because of others. When you are disturbed, you can go to somewhere else. But when you are disturbed because of yourself, where will you go? Wherever you go, there you are. See, friend, Niyam Sadhana, self-discipline. Then comes Asana. In Asana is, we should be steady in life, physically, activity-wise and mentally, steady. That is Asana. Sthira Sukham Asanam. In whichever posture you sit, doesn't matter. But are you steady or not? That is what matters. We have to be steady. See. After that comes the pranayama. Pranayama is the control over the activities of our life. Work within the limit. Then comes pratyahar. Then you are able to withdraw yourself from the world without much efforts. When up to here we have practiced, then we enter Bhagavad Gita. Now what Bhagavad Gita tells? Yoga. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam sanishchayena yoktavyaha yogaha anirvinna chetasa. This is the yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga. No, whenever the miseries come in your life, dukkha sanyoga viyogam, you refuse to be miserable. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitaha. This is called as yoga. Now how to practice this yoga? Sa nishchayena yoktavyaha. Take a firm resolution. Refuse to be miserable. But normally what happens? We justify. See, because of this, anybody will be miserable and I am that anybody, therefore I am miserable. The day you stop justifying yourself being miserable, you have learned the Gita Yoga. See, friends. And then you will slowly come to discover that all the problems are from the wrong standpoint. See. Therefore, we have to now change the standpoint. Now what standpoint we have to change? Another example which will appeal to you because you are married. One day one man came and he asked me this question. Swamiji, please don't make fun of me. I said, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. No, my problem is my wife really makes me miserable. What should I do? I said, look here, choice is yours. She may give you miseries, but you are miserable by choice. You don't become miserable. How to do that? Then I said, I have got only one answer to all the problems. Think properly. Change your standpoint, problems are dissolved. You don't have to solve the problems. Now what standpoint we have to take? Now tell me. Define a husband. Are you by birth husband? No. By birth you are a man. Very good. Then by accident you are a husband. So whenever there is an accident, there is a pain. No, it is okay, but I said okay, we go further. So who is a husband? Any man getting married to any woman is called as husband, is it not? Yes. So husband is a common noun or a proper noun? It's a common noun. It's not a proper noun. So, common noun means what? It is common for everybody. So, every husband in the world is miserable. If you are miserable, you are normal. If you are not miserable, something is wrong. See, this is not so simple. I tell you how it works. In one place, my very close friend, and I know them for last 20, 30 years, very close. One day he came. He said, Swamiji, I want to tell you something very serious. I said, come on here, don't become serious. He said, no, Swamiji, it's a matter of seriousness. I said, okay. See, I am working and I had to come in contact with many people. Ladies, gents, WhatsApp and messages and everything goes on. And my wife is suspecting that I am having affair with some girl. And because of that, in our house, there is Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yutsavaha. The firework has started. I don't know what to do. I am fed up. I said, look here, first of all, do you know, she loves you so much. Because she loves you, the love is expressing as suspicion. So it is not bad. It's good. She suspects you because she loves you. How simple it is. Oh, it is like, yes, it is like that. Then, take another example. I said, look here, when the husband and wife, they lead a life of matter of fact, they understand there is no love between them. Love always expresses as different ways. Sometimes I love you, sometimes I hate you, sometimes I suspect you, sometimes I give you, sometimes... This is how the varieties of love. Swamiji, you are not married, how do you know? I said, you are married and you know only one couple, your couple. I know millions of couples and how they are going through. My experience about coupling is more than yours. See, friends, the moment we change our standpoint, we will be totally relieved from the world. Therefore, Vidyatam Dukkha Sanyoga Vyogam Yoga Sannitam. Now, how do we practice? Although there are miseries, we do not become miserable. How do we do that? Now, Bhagavan gives the technique. So, Nishchena Yoktavyaha. Make it a firm resolution. I refuse to be miserable. Who doesn't have miseries? Except the dead bodies. Everybody has miseries. See? So if you have got miseries, congratulate. Abhi jinda hai. Still you are alive. Wonderful. See? But once you take this, I should not have miseries. Friends, if you study the life story of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the number of problems and sufferings he has gone through is so innumerable that if all our miseries are put together, that can't be even compared. And yet, he kept his smile intact throughout life. Therefore, if we have come to this level of being born as a human being, then what is the purpose of our life? We evolve spiritually. That is the first priority. All other things can wait. Do you mean we should take sannyas? Please don't take. My market will go. You continue where you are. You don't have to go anywhere. See, spirituality is not changing the label and color of clothes. That has nothing to do. There are many grihasthas who are great masters. You take so many of them. You don't have to become a Swami. You don't have to become a sannyasi. No need. See, friends. Therefore, once we take this straight rule to our life, that, now second important point, every event of our life is a spiritual examination. How important it is. If you want to be first at the national level in your school examination, board examination, I want to be first. What is the first requirement? You must appear for the examination. You may know everything, but if you don't appear for the examination, you cannot be declared first. In the same manner, if we are walking the spiritual path, we must submit ourselves to every experience of our life as a spiritual examination. See? And when we are sitting in the examination, if the question is very hard, we don't tear it and throw it away. We can't. Because that is our examination. Therefore, instead of be attentive, instead of reacting to the situations in life, let us learn to respond to the situations in life. Normally, we react. Reactions are default settings. So what Bhagavad Gita Yoga tells us, be very attentive. We are taking so much of care about our body, about our house. It should be clean, neat. There should be proper wall hangings. The furniture should be neat. And the kitchen should be beautifully kept. Everything should be spick and span. Wonderful. Then we take care of our body also. We give a bath, we clean our body. Then we take good food, only organic food. They want even organic salt. You know, in our Bombay, if you go, there in the Chowpatty, those people, those who give the chowpati things to eat, they will be making a cone out of a newspaper, and in that cone they add the stuff, and after everything, then the topping is by the organic salt. And everything organic food, organic water. See, that we understand. Then second thing, with body we do two things. First, we work by the body. Second thing, we work on the body. Working by the body is earning your bread and butter. You go to office, you go to work, you go to business, you do this, you do that. Working by the body to earn your livelihood. Second thing, we work on the body. Like we go for a walk. What do we get? Nothing. We are working on the body so that our body remains healthy and fit, is it not? This we are very clear about it. What kind of food should be given? See? Don't take this, don't take that. You should not take this this kind of food. You should take only organic food. So much of time spent on that. But when it comes to mind, we are working only by the mind. We are not working on the mind. See? Working by the mind is what? Default settings. And what is the default setting? Dekho, suno, bolte raho. We have comments to offer on everything in this world. We can't keep our mouth shut. Friends, if you want to take home, take away one thing, you take this thing. Before we talk on any topic, on any issue, to anybody, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, 99%, you will say there is no need. This is yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. But our Indians, कहना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन हमारी पड़ोसी की बहू हमारे बहू से बहुत अच्छी है. अरे महारानी, when you know कहना नहीं चाहिए, why don't you keep your mouth shut? No control. See, physical control is okay for the physically oriented people. But the real control is control on the mind. See, my friends. Therefore, this is the simplest way. That we refuse to be miserable. Then how to do that? Sanishchena yoktavyaha. We have to discipline our mind by strict disciplining. And what are the disciplines of the mind? Now, first of all, we have to understand and learn how the mind functions and how the discipline can be inculcated. See, according to our Patanjali Maharshi, disciplining of the mind is first 5 steps. Yama, Niyam, Asana, Pranayama is called as external discipline. Then Pratyahar, the world enters our mind through the gateways of our sense organs. The colors and forms enter in my mind through the gateway of eyes. If I close my eyes, I don't see any one of you. When I don't see any one of you, no problem. The moment I open my eyes, you all have entered my mind through the gateway. Pratyahara is controlling the gateway that the world doesn't enter our mind. That doesn't mean we have to close our eyes and walk. No. We have to have that discrimination. What we should allow to get in and what we should not allow to get in. See, friends. So, pratyahar, that means self-control. Now, this self-control, according to Yoga Shastra, is very strict. Too much of do's and don'ts. According to Bhagavad Gita, which is meant for you and me, it's very simple. Bhagavan says, Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. Yogaha dukkhaha bhavati. Yoga becomes the reliever of pains in our life. Which yoga? Yuktahara viharasya. Ahara vihar. How much we eat and how much we don't eat. Yukta. We must have a balance. Extremism is simple. To be an extremist is very easy. Either keep on talking blah 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 or don't talk at all. It is easy. But talk only limited and required is difficult. See, friend, Yukta Ahar. Eating a lot is easy and not eating at all is easy. But that is not yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. See? Eat 3 times a day. Every time eat little. But what happens? We sit for breakfast. Oh, today's dosha and it's so lovely. Dabao. Then eating so much. And thereafter, today I don't think I will take a breakfast. See? And then our Madhya Pradesh is on strike. Then everything starts. It is very easy. When we are taking food, we are working on the mind. We have to have that self-control. Yukta ahar. 3 times you eat, see what happens. Your traffic jam will not happen anywhere. When we eat too much and there is no food, there is complete traffic jam. Yukta ahara, yukta vihara. Vihara is, yes, you must do exercise in life, no doubt about it. It is necessary to keep the body healthy, but then we start running marathon. And marathon for what? To save the earth, run on the earth. Can there be more foolishness than this? See? There are people, one of my friend I know, very good friend, now he must be about 65 or so, he was crazy about trekking, going on the mountains. The only thing he was doing in his life was that. And there is one, mountain in USA, which is considered to be topmost height in that country. So, people go there for trekking. It's very difficult. But he climbed that. And when you go over there, then they give you a certificate. Mr. So-and-so has conquered this tip on this and this date, and picture and all that. Now he got it, came down, framed it in a beautiful way, kept it in his garage, because from there only people enter. They don't enter from the main road. So in the garage kept. So when they saw, anybody comes, hey, yes, I did that trekking. I am the first. Now, both needs replacement. What is the use of doing that acrobatics? What you want to prove and to whom? See, that is not spiritual life. Yukta ahara, eat 3 times a day, eat little bit every time, so that the traffic is smoothly going on. Or get a traffic jam. Either there is too much of food or there is no food at all. Then such people who observe this fast, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Ekadashi, and then all kinds of things. I tried it. I tell you what happened, from that I have learned. When one of my friends told, because I don't observe any fast, he said, Swamiji, I have decided to observe Ekadashi. It's a very good observer, it's good for health. Then the moment he declared in his house, I am going to observe the coming Ekadashi, that day, the lady of the house cooked the best food, what he likes. Now he was becoming miserable. Swamiji, what should I do now? I said, I can give you technique, but don't tell my name, okay? It's free, but no, don't refer me. Yes. I say, you go and take food. And when they will ask, Papa, you are going to observe fast today, Yes, I am observing not today, on Ekadashi. But today is Ekadashi. You don't know anything. There are two Ekadashis. It's today and tomorrow. I am observing tomorrow's Ekadashi. How can I compromise? See, friends, observing fast or not observing fast is not important. What is important is your mind at peace or not? See, friends. Because when I did for the first time, what I had done, I tell you. On 10th day, Dashmi, I ate so much so that Ekadashi I should survive. And then on Ekadashi, all the day I was not thinking, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, it should be Sabudana Khichdi. Should I take the fruits? Should I take this thing? Should I take that thing? And all the time thinking only about food. So the food which should have gone in the stomach has gone in the head. Wrongly placed. See? And then that day somehow passed, and then the 12th day comes, and then Badla. Then the revenge of the Ekadashi. This is not yoga. Yukta ahara vihara. Similarly, yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Don't overdo your capacity. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Remember this. Yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Yes, do whatever you are supposed to do, but limit. We must know what is our limit. Because others are running for 50 miles, therefore I want to run. No need. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. This happens in meditation classes. This happens also in Onkar chanting. When they do it together, the yoga or Onkar chanting, they will start, Whoa! And that in one fellow, he is able to chant long. So he keeps on, Whoa! And others are worried, stop, yaar. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. See, similarly, when they sit for meditation, and then this is how I learned from you only. One person asked me this question. Swamiji, there are, when we go for our meditation class in our yoga center, then many of them do yoga while doing meditation, they do like this thing. What is that? I said, I don't know. No, you know everything. Why they do like this? I said, that is called as Jhatka meditation. Jhatka. It is sleep. See? Apni awqat pehchano. Find what for we are fit. Spiritual practice is not comparison with others. Find out to what we are fit for. And therefore, Bhagavan says, this is the simplest way. Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Then, yukta swapna avabodhasya. The third point. Swapna avabodha. How much we sleep and how much we are awake, we cannot compare with others. Everybody's needs are different. See? No, I have gone to the yoga camp and now I have decided I will also get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You get up in the 4 o'clock in the morning. And then after you get up, then your mind starts giving you advice. My dear, you are now 70 not out. Yes. Did you wake up in the morning at 4 o'clock in your whole life? No. What difference it made? Nothing. Why come on, sleep now. And then we wake up as usual at 9 o'clock. And then there is regret. Oh, today also I could not wake up. Oh God, I don't think I can do anything. Be attentive, friends. Learn the impact of this kind of activities. We start losing self-confidence. A person who loses self-confidence cannot walk the spiritual path. Upanishad says, Nayamatma balahine nalabhyaha. The truth is not for those who are weaklings. And the Atma Bala is self-confidence. We can, we must, we should. And this is what the yoga provides us. So physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And for that, we have to follow step by step path shown by Bhagavad Gita. And after having said this, then the last and the most important yoga of Bhagavad Gita is Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Equanimity is the yoga. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. There are two things which many of us mistake. One is Samadhi. Second is yoga. Samadhi is not yoga. See, if you simply sit down, quiet, that is not yoga. See, yoga is tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. If you return back to your divine nature, then you are practicing yoga. But normally we are not exposed to these basics, and therefore simply sitting quiet, doing various acrobatics and then feeling that I have done a great yoga, it is good only up to body level. Knowledge must be demonstrated in action. If there is no knowledge, only actions are not the fulfillment of life. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita educates us and then tells, look here, the real yoga is, the supreme yogi, according to Bhagavad Gita, is Atmaupammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He is the best yogi among all the yogis. See. So, when we study yoga according to Bhagavad Gita, we rise above the body level, we rise above the activity level, we rise above the mind level, and we are able to allow the divine to express through us. And the expression of divinity is only one way. Divine is happy, blissful. Therefore, only bliss must express through us. Instead of expression of the bliss, we are expressing blisters, because we are lost in the duality. I versus you, you versus I. This knowledge is the foundation of the spiritual life. Let us give it a try according to Bhagavad Gita and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.